Hi there. Before we get started, let me ask you a question. Did you manage to get some sleep last night? Was it more than 7 hours, less than 7 hours, or even exactly 7 hours? Well, just so you know, the amount and also the quality of sleep are closely related to the human cognition. Hi there, my name is Sammi Voon with the metric number 76688, and today me and my group mates from group 10, namely Jie Lin, Yen Vee, Yee Yan, and also Kian Wei, are going to do a presentation on the topic, which is sleep and its relation to human cognition. So without further ado, let's get started. So sleep is a control process by neurotransmitters and is acted upon by several neurons. For example, serotonin, norepinephrine, as well as adenosine. Generally, humans will need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day, and failing to do so will increase the risk of certain types of disease, for example, depression and heart diseases. Next, we'll be looking into some of the sleep-related disorders, which include dementia, Alzheimer's disease, post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as Parkinson's disease. So firstly, we're going to be talking about dementia, a disorder in which a person's cognitive function is being affected, as well as the deterioration of one's previously normal social and occupational functioning. Both sleep deprivation as well as excessive sleeping are said to be contributing to the development of this disease. Other than that, patients with dementia have reported that they have been troubled by some of the sleep problems, which include light sleep disorders, insomnia, sleep apnea, restless legs, as well as sleep-wake cycle disorder. Next, we're going to be talking about Alzheimer's disease, which is also a form of dementia. Alzheimer's disease will result in the deterioration of the memory as well as the impairment of the cognitive and behavioral functions. Sleep deprivation will cause the amount of toxic Alzheimer's protein, namely beta amyloid as well as tau, to increase in certain parts of the brain. However, the human brain has its very own unique cleansing system, namely the lymphatic system. During sleep, the cleansing process will wash away the toxic Alzheimer's protein. Patients with Alzheimer's disease tend to wake up frequently at night, wake up early in the morning, suffer from obstructive sleep apnea, restless legs, as well as mood change. Next, we have PTSD, which is short for post-traumatic stress disorder. It is the disorder that is very much related to the traumatic event that one has experienced. Around 87% of those with PTSD have been troubled by some of the sleep disturbances. This has resulted them to have poor performance during the day, more prone to depression and suicide attempts, deterioration of health, as well as drug abuse. Some of the sleep disturbances that have been reported by those with PTSD include frequent nightmare, hyperarousal, fear of falling asleep, as well as sleep paralysis. Next, I would like to invite Jie Lin to continue the presentation. Thank you.
My friends, my name is Jie Lin. My metric number is 74425. I'm going to talk about Parkinson's disease and its problem related to sleep. Also, later I'm going to talk about sleep deprivation versus normal sleep. For Parkinson's disease, it is recognized as a multidimensional illness related to non-motor syndromes and MS, including cognitive impairment, mood disturbances, and sleep disorders. Therefore, people who suffer from Parkinson's disease, their living, emotions, and overall health are greatly influenced by it. Sleep for them is crucial, so that their body can regenerate and rebuild itself. Their brain may also have some significant changes that cause sleep problems even before they diagnose with PD. The report shows that more than 75% of people with PD are suffered from sleep disorders as well. Now I'm going to talk about sleep deprivations versus normal sleep. When we sleep, our prefrontal cortex plays an important role. The brain's frontal cortical has the greatest voltage and slowest brain waves compared to other parts of brain during non-rapid eye movement sleep. Sleep deficiency affects frontal executive functions of prefrontal cortex. Okay, from this image, it shows the difference in brain activity level by CBF imaging, which stands for regional cerebral blood flow imaging, under conscious state in the first picture and the rest state in the second picture. For all four states, we will only focus on A and D. We can see that the sleep deprivation at D is associated with decreases in several areas compared to the rest awakened state at A. Therefore, we can conclude that the decreased metabolic rate for several prefrontal cortex regions that are so critical for higher order cognitive functions are significantly affected as a result of sleep deprivation. According to another studies using a more complicated task on sleep deprivations, the results shows that the effect of sleep deprivation on convergent and rational thinking is more compared to divergent and versatile thinking. In other words, we can say that when we are lack of sleep, it is much more difficult for us to think in a more creative way. Although there is a debate that executive functions can be affected by many other factors, such as the memory difference between individuals and people may get distracted by different things. Still, it is believed that the brain's prefrontal cortex is more vulnerable to the effect of sleep deprivations. With this, that's all of my explanation for Parkinson's disease and sleep deprivations. Thank you.
Sleep stage. There are two basic types of sleep, which is rapid eye movement, REM sleep, and non-rapid eye movement, NREM sleep. Non-rapid eye movement, NREM sleep, got 4 stages, which is NREM stage 1, NREM stage 2, NREM stage 3, and NREM stage 4. EEG shows a very slow brain waves, which is high amplitude theta waves in NREM stage 1. NREM stage 1 holds around 5 to 10 minutes. NREM stage 2 holds around 20 minutes. During stage 2, frequency of EEG waves will decrease and amplitude will increase. The brain starts to produce rhythm brainwave activity. The high-frequency spike clusters named as sleep spiders. Sleep spiders burst around 10 to 12 Hz and usually last 1 or 2 seconds. NREM stage 3 and NREM stage 4 known as stage of deep sleep. The frequency of sleep spiders will decrease. However, the low frequency of amplitude waves will increase. During sleep stage of sleep cycle, body will repair and regrow tissues to strengthen the immune system. The another basic types of sleep, which is rapid eye movement. Rapid eye movement, also called as active sleep or paradoxical sleep, result shows that there are sorts of physiological changes such as muscle relaxation, eye movement, rise of respiration, and rise in brain activity. REM sleep also affects brain development. REM sleep develops neural connection. Brain circuit will develop in the visual cortex as humans receive information from environment. Then REM sleep makes connection among the information. Without the help of REM sleep, brain will forget what it had perceived during the daytime. REM sleep adjusts the strength of neuronal connections to match the information which received from the world. REM sleep also affects memory. Sleep helps brain to rearrange the memories from the previous days. Cerebral cortex is the brain part which carry out processing information. This area of the brain will be improved in learning and memory during REM sleep. This diagram shows EEG recordings during sleep. You can see that there are huge differences between stages. Stage 3 and stage 4 has the lowest frequency and highest amplitude among these stages.
all, I will talk about effect of sleeping pills. The effect of sleeping pills is the same as the effect after having alcohol. It is said to sedate the brain rather than help us to get into sleep. According to a study conducted by researchers, they found out that heavy sleeping pills do not enhance memory but tend to delete the memory in the brain. Therefore, sleeping pills is not a good solution in improving our sleep quality. One of the effective solutions in improving sleep is artificial intelligence. There are two examples of artificial intelligence. One is smart mattress, the other one is sleep tracker. Smart mattress will take in the data of the user, such as body shape and sleep position, in order to provide a suitable sleep environment for the user. The other one is called sleep tracker. Sleep tracker will help us to track the sleep quality and the amount of sleep. It can also help us to detect the sleep problem, such as sleep apnea. One of the examples of sleep tracker is Apple Watch. The second solution is synchronized with a body's circadian rhythm. Body circadian rhythm acts as an internal clock for humans. The time of getting awake and sleep has to be consistent every day, including weekends. If you want to having a nap, have a nap before 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because a late time nap will interrupt the circadian rhythm of the body, and the time interval for napping should be in 10 minutes to 20 minutes in order to feel refreshed after the nap. The third solution is to control the exposure to light. Light will hinder the release of melatonin, which melatonin is one of the hormones to help us to fall into sleep. There are three ways to control the exposure to light, such as use heavy curtains, use sleep masks, and use a dim light in the hall and bathroom.
So what are the benefits of getting a good quality of sleep? How sleep actually helps in human cognition? Leach in the year 2020 states these are some reasons why good sleep is important. The first one, good quality of sleep can improve concentration and productivity. Getting a good quality of sleep can enhance problem-solving abilities and improve memory. Poor sleep can harm the brain's function that may cause decline in concentration, cognition, and daily performances. Hence, getting a good sleep is not just to prevent any negative impacts to the brain, but to also strengthen the brain's function. Second, depression is strongly related to poor sleep. To put it in another way, poor sleep, it can lead a person to have mental health issues such as depression. A higher rate of depression have been reported from those who have sleeping disorders such as insomnia compared to those who do not have it. Some extra information to share with you all is that there are about 90% people with depression complain about their sleep quality. So it can be said that most people with mental health issues such as depression have poor sleep. And also, people with poor sleep will also have a higher risk of death due to suicide. Therefore, it is important to have a good quality of sleep to decrease the risk of getting mental health issues so that a good quality of human potential can be maintained. Lastly, good quality of sleep can also prevent worsen of emotions and social interactions. People who have not slept or poor sleep reported to have a decline in that person's ability to identify expressions of happiness and anger. Sleep loss or poor sleep can also bring down a person's ability to interact socially with others. People with poor sleep may experience the difficulty in recognizing important social cues and process information of emotions. Hence, having a good quality of sleep can avoid problems with recognizing emotional expressions and social interaction. Conclusively, poor quality of sleep may lead to neurodegenerative disease such as Alzheimer's disease, dementia, Parkinson's disease, and so on. Other than that, sleep may also be improved in various ways, which include the use of artificial intelligence, and sleep is also very important to human cognition. Therefore, poor sleep can lead to various types of problems to human cognition. So it is important to not just maintain, but to also improve the quality of sleep, especially among people in Malaysia. With that, it marks the end of our presentation. Thank you.